Hello friends and fellow simmers. Welcome back to my channel, Plum Bob Diaries with MJ. I'm MJ, your host, your gamer, your simmer, and you are watching my build tour. Now, recently I have worked on a build for the Outdoor Retreat Game Pack World of Granite Falls. I'm currently doing a gameplay let's play just to reintroduce myself to all the features in Outdoor Retreat, and I thought, why not make a rec center for camp? The idea came to my mind probably ever since we got growing together, and I thought, since I'm doing this let's play recently, why not just go ahead and build it? So here we are. I'll give you an overview of the exterior. So, also, you can see how I built this from start to finish in my other video, which is the actual build walkthrough and process. It's very lengthy. I think it's over an hour long, probably almost two, or about two. But anyway, I just figured I'd just have a separate, smaller size video that you guys could just take in a walking tour. So anyway, here's the exterior. We have sort of like a campground next to our little camp log cabin. I can't even find the words to say what I'm going to say. Anyway, so we have like a traditional log style cabin for the rec center, and we have like this little outdoor grounds area where you can come and take a walk and, you know, stargaze and, well, cloud gaze I should say. And then I put this little bird feeder here from the, what was it, backyard kit, it's some summer kit. Not actually, it's not a kit, it was an old school stuff pack. Yeah, that came with like the water slides and everything. Beautiful and very fitting for camp, really. So you can come out here and feed the birds. Also, I added the water balloon bucket for gameplay. Your Sims can come over here and just chill and have a good time. There is also a playground because this is a family-friendly camping rec center. Beautiful, toddler-friendly as well. And then we also have horseshoes because it's part of the Outdoor Retreat gameplay. Why not have a little horseshoe fun for camping? And then we got a downstairs deck area, and also, you know, some chests if you want to play. I'll come back out this way when we get to what's on the other side, but for now we'll start in the front. So let me go down to the main floor. Once you come through the entrance, actually let me give y'all the cinematic camera. There we go. Tab mode. Oh, not me, not controlling the camera and tab. Well, that would have been cute. Anyway, please excuse all these random Sims. I did not invite them here. I feel like as soon as you change the lot type from generic or however default lot type you've had it on, once you change it to Rexen, instantly Sims just pop up out of nowhere. But anyway, this is the lobby area of the camp rec center. You can come in, take a seat, and talk to a camp counselor or staff member to help sign you up for an activity. I got the old school phone there. Yes, giving nostalgia with this build. So yeah, ignore that guy with the red hat. He is a vampire. I don't know why he's here. Anyway, over here is like a little pass-through area, which just has extra seating. If your family can come in, you can converse, wait, just take a relaxation and a break from your hiking outdoors. You can read a book. Got plenty of books on the table. That's a little bookcase that came with Enchanted by Nature. And we got restrooms over here. Very simple restrooms. You come through here and, you know, it's just a bunch of wood and rocks, cabin style. And I added a little wooden potty just to be family friendly. I was looking for the word. What's the word I was looking for? Potty. That's what I was looking for. There's another one over here. And yep, same setup. I didn't put a potty in here. I feel like one was enough because, the likelihood of seeing another toddler in Granite Falls. So, yeah. And then in this little room, this is more like a little closet. It's not that big, so I didn't add extra stuff in here, but I thought it would be nice if you had Enchanted by Nature to have like a little apothecary, little cozy private space. Because you're out in nature, you're probably most likely going to get an ailment of some sort. So that makes sense. All right. So other than, this whole little area, we've got stairs that lead to the second floor, which we'll go through in a little bit. And then got this little display table. Now I've got the scouts board, which I feel is very fitting. If you have scouts in like if you have seasons, it just makes so much sense. It's so fun. Imagine bring your scout kit here and they'd be able to have their badges and everything. So cute. I actually think a rec center would be perfect for them to earn badges. It's been so long since I played with the scout activity. I don't even remember what some of the progress tasks are. Over here we got like this big hallway, and we got 2 activity rooms. So I'm gonna start on the left. Over here is like our art crafts room. So you go through here, and it's very simple. Again, cabin style. We have the area over here for the children to work on their little crafts. And this is so exciting because I know with the new pack Adventure Awaits, there's going to be this new craft object that's not tied to one of these desks, and you'll be able to make, like, I believe the trailer showed paper planes, cards that you could probably gift, and then what looked like a cootie catcher from back in the day. So excited about that. I did put the hobby board in here. I'm not sure if you can mentor children on crafts, but we do have easels in here as well, and it's within the hobby board blueprint. So if your sim doesn't want to do a solo painting, they can come in here and be mentored in their painting skills as well, which makes sense. And then, it makes sense to have some of this art stuff in here on the walls. Very, very nice. And then we're going to go over to the next little room. And here is the yoga studio. It's very simple. Very simple, straight to the point. You come in. You have your yoga locker with your mats. Pick your mats up. Put down your stuff. And then there's a little refreshment table over here. Get you some water or a snack or some lemonade. And then follow your instructor. We got a fan in here because most likely it's hot. And I even put a little incense burner for you to have. So cool. Those doors from outside that you were seeing earlier lead right off of the yoga studio, which I feel like is very fitting. Once you get your yoga in, you want to come outside and just enjoy the peace and scenery and fresh air. So this is going to be great for outdoor lovers, wellness lovers. Yeah. This is very nice. And of course I added some like rocking chairs because, that's what porches are for. In my opinion, if you have a rocking chair, that's what your porches are for. And then, yeah, like I said, we have just a wraparound area. You come out here, you can get another, view of the forest and campgrounds. This will lead you back out to the hallway. And you can, exit and leave the rec center from here if you want to. And I just thought, why not put a woodworking table as well? Very handy for this outdoor stuff. Alright. Gonna go back over to our pasture room. This is so beautiful. I love the horse ranch stuff and how well it fits together. People are just jamming out in here. She's jamming out to the radio. There is a radio here. I did fit all the rec center requirements. So rec centers require what? Lockers. They require. I is it locker? I'm not sure, but I know that they require certain things. Gym equipment is one of them. I don't have a gym here because that's not the vibe that I was going for. But again, I put gym equipments hidden in the build, but they're not accessible because I just want you to focus on, camp. Anyway, so let's go upstairs. I don't know how to go upstairs in tab mode, so I'll have to just, go up the old-fashioned way. All right, so lower my camera, go back in tab mode, and yeah, so once you go up the stairs, you hit, the upstairs landing, and it is basically a foyer gaming section, right? So you can come up here and you can do some family bonding. We have the ping pong table that came with Discovery University. We have the outdoor retreat cards table. And then we have the growing together table, which features symbols, puzzles, and I want to say there's one more game you can play. I believe it may be cards. I can't remember because it's been a little minute. But yeah, very cute, very cute. And then we got a little clutter over here where they store all the games. So love that. Yeah, and of course, we put some decor on the walls to make it look campy, like people actually attend here. So anyway, this is a family-friendly build. So of course, like I have. Ooh, did I get through the bathroom? Oh, sorry. A bigger size bathroom in which the toddler potty doesn't look so squished. So this will be, a family-friendly bathroom. I did include a shower in here because rec centers require a shower. But anyway, this is also handy because you just never know. You're out, you're camping, and you might get stinky, fall in mud, get, sprayed by a skunk. Not that that could happen in The Sims, but hey, very handy. Alright, so this over here is another restroom. Because, it's a public facility. Makes sense to have more than one on a floor. Anyway, if I go this way, again, because I want this to be family friendly, I thought, why not have a space for infants and toddlers? Now, who would bring their infant or toddler on a camping trip? I don't know. But I thought about it. You might be in a predicament to where you have to. You just so happen to have babies and you want to go camping, and it ain't like we have the option of like, oh, send baby to daycare while you're on vacation. I don't think that is a thing. Like, you'd have to leave someone home in order to go on vacation, but you can take your baby with you and then have a space to like give them naps if they need to. Chill in here. Toddlers can take a nap on these little couches as well. Your sim can take a nap if they so need a nap. And yeah, just something that's toddler and infant friendly. So I love this. This is one of the objects from Parenthood. If you have an older sim build on it, the toddler can then play with the objects that the older sims put on top of it. So by default, if you try to touch this while you have a toddler selected, you won't see anything. But if you have a child sim, teen sim, or adult sim, go ahead and, put some Legos on top of it, your toddler sim will then be able to go play. And I put a play mat just so the infant can have something to do and busy themselves with. Very nice. And then of course we added clutter to make it believable. There is a bookcase in case you want to read to the kids. That is a feature. I believe that's a base game feature that came with like the Growing Together pre-update. Nice. And then there's a dollhouse in here, which toddlers benefit from, but also child sims can come in here and play with that as well. So technically this is infant, toddler, and child friendly because the child sim can play with this too. They can play with that, they can play with the dollhouse, and they can also read. And while they play with their little uh, infant sibling or toddler sibling, how cute. But yeah, I love that we have all these different activities. I think that's very nice for a rec center. And then through here is the cafeteria, because we need a cafeteria at camp. You gotta eat. So we need a place to host, all the people that are at camp. So whether you're just passing by, you want to grab something to eat from the cafeteria, or you are, again, this is a rec center. You could throw a birthday party if you want to. You can, if you're at camp, you could throw a baby shower here if you want to. Not ideal, but any type of gathering, really. You want to throw a showcase or talent show, you can do that. But here, I have set it up to make it look like it. So here's the little kitchenette. It's just a standard log style kitchen. Thank you to Horse Ranch for just looking so good. I put these shelves here because in cottage living, we get the feature to, I believe, make preserves. So you take a fruit or a vegetable and you boil it until it becomes a liquid that you can then put into a can and preserve. So yeah, pretty cool, and you can store them on shelves. I like to do that. So, and there's plenty of counter space if you wanted to add an appliance at popcorn maker, ice cream maker, cotton candy machine with businesses and hobbies. You can do that. But yeah, very nice. I add a bar here. A bar is required for the rec center, so that's why there's a bar here. But I'm sure the adults will enjoy having a bar at the rec center, so why not? And over here we have this table. This is not just a standard table, it is a buffet table. And this is courtesy of the Nature's Calling event. So to those simmers who have done the event and who have gotten a table, it is included in this build. So if you don't feel like making anything to eat and don't want to spend any extra time maybe ordering or worrying about grilling something, you can just come right here and poof, instant food on the table. Love this thing. Great for feeding a large amount of people, especially a family. Also, there's a stage. So I thought it would be cute to add a little stage area, because it's camp, I think about sing-alongs, and what came to mind was the puppet show booth that came with the kids, what is it called? The kids room pack. So, love that. I think that would be so cute to have it at camp. And just imagine for your lunch and while the parents are eating, the kids can go over there and play. Very, very cute. Now, the cafeteria is extended because technically we have a outdoor area. Oh, before I forget, I know this just looks like condiments and junk on a table, but one of these is actual functional. So this little cereal box over here, this came with the, kitchen clutter kit. So this is actually interactable. So let's say you're out, you're doing your thing, you're busy, maybe you're painting or crafting downstairs or playing a game, and you have a little one with you, a toddler. They usually can't make their own food, but they can grab food from different places. And this is a cool item from that kit in which toddlers can come up to here and just grab a bowl. You'll never have a hungry toddler as long as you have this box. Perfect. That's what I mean by family friendly. As you can see, I have these high chairs here for you to put your infants. If you so happen to bring an infant, you can also use this for toddlers. But if your toddlers act like my toddlers in my game, they really don't like sitting in this thing, and they actually be taken out quite a bit. So what I always do in my builds when I have toddlers is I'll have a seat that's just away from the table, because toddlers like to eat on something. They just, for some reason, can't eat at a slotted chair. So I just pull the chair out. And usually when we're having dinner, the toddler is just right there, just a couple of feet away, just eating off to themselves. So, I have thought of everything when it comes to this build. Alright, let's take a look at the deck. Over here, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Lanterns everywhere. It's so pretty and like mystical and twilighty. Like, oh, very nice. Anyway, so over here we have the like outdoor barbecue area. So if you're not in the mood to have like one of those stove cooked meals, or just cold food or a quick meal of some sort, you can come out here and actually use the barbecue. So I've got a little cooler over here. You can grab a drink if you want to. This cooler is courtesy of the business and hobbies pack. I love that it looks like a little picnic basket. And what do you know, so fitting for camp. We have these little benches out here that came with the outdoor retreat pack, and in the middle is this little pop-up table. Now, I didn't put any chairs at this pop-up table because I just want it to be a table. So let's say you are here and you want to make food for a lot of people, or you want to throw a potluck, or you're just throwing a big feast, barbecue feast, summer feast of some sort. You can make all your dishes and just sit them one by one on a table and just have a spread. So that was what I was thinking when I put that there. Very nice. And I love this style grill. This came with horse ranch. And again, so fitting for camp. And then we have a little area, a little seating. See, this is under roofing. Beautiful. Oh, I also put planters over here. So, if you don't know, if you've been playing Outdoor Retreat, or if you have not played, let me, remind you and let you know that I've been playing, and I have seasons installed. There are herbs to collect, as well as bugs and insects and all of that. But the herbs are plants that you can grab from, all throughout the campgrounds and different areas of Granite Falls. Some of them don't grow outside of the summertime. So I thought, well, why not have a sheltered area for your plants? And ta-da! If you so happen to collect some and want them to last, bring them here. I did not. I'm going to let you know straightforward. I usually play test my game. So, if this is uploaded to the gallery, this has been play tested. But I can't let you know, I did not play test if those actual herbs can actually work here. But hey, if you don't want those herbs in there, you can always plant something else. Planting is fun either way, and definitely a camping activity. Now, up here, I have two telescopes actually, because you can look up at the stars while you're just chilling at camp. And then there are two of them because it's a public place, so why not? And then not only do we have telescopes, and please be careful when you're working with these telescopes because they will kill your sim. So you have to be, watchful when they use this. Because even sims you don't know, NPCs, they will come up to these and they will be unalived. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I also wanted a fireplace as part of this rec center because I still want you to be able to do all those cool camping style things. Like I want you to roast the marshmallows or the fish and tell the adventure story. Like, I think that's a fun aspect of camping, especially with the outdoor retreat pack. So anyway, this is pretty much everything. This is the whole build, right? We've covered it all. So let me get out tab mode. She's a beauty. You got a nice view. Yeah, let's just do the overall view. We got a nice view of the upper deck, which connects to the cafeteria. We have our gaming section over here for bonding. Our infants and toddlers section right here. Go downstairs. We got a little passerby area with our restrooms. We got a lobby where you can, there's interactivity with fireplaces too. Because I believe you can roast marshmallows at the fireplace. So that's a cool interaction if you haven't done so already. If you're not going to warm up here, you can also just roast marshmallows. Love that. If you must, you can kick any sim off of this just to use the computer if you need to. Oh, another thing I added, I forgot because I like put it back in a nook. A research machine, an archive machine. Because why not? You know, like you go to camp to learn stuff, well, why not, you know, have an old school, really old archive machine in which you can just learn some things. So anyway, I felt that was fitting too, so that's why that's there. But yeah, we had our areas, our library room, our just little passerby area. We got our crafts room over here, beautiful, kid friendly. And then over here, yeah, we got our yoga studio equipped with refreshments and a fan in case it gets too hot. This is a functional fan that came with the restoration workshop kit. So yeah, it's a nice little vibe in here. Not too much lighting, just enough. So yeah, that's camp for you. And of course, it leads out to, again, our decks and our, you know, outdoor area. So that is the build tour for our Camp Rec Center. It is beautiful and I'm very proud of it. It took a couple of sessions to get done. Again, you can watch the process video for how we made this camp from start to finish. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and for checking out the build tour. She is a beauty, and if you guys have downloaded this camp already and are trying it out and want to come back to the video to let me know, hey, feel free to. I would love to know. Yes, I'm very proud of this and it looks so good and I can't wait to play. Alright, that's enough of me. Thank you guys for listening and for tuning in. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.